Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships. And this one is all about playing for the win. So I have muted the audio basically because there was a lot of chatter going on. This was in one of our subscriber streams on the PlayStation 4, and as you can see, I am teamed up with both Miss Yamato in her Amagi and Tango Hotel as well. And there's also a bunch of other names you might have recognised in that lineup there, because yes, it was a subscriber stream. So yes, the stream snipers were out in absolute force, and well, there will be someone who will get a special mention in this gameplay, and basically he clutched the win for us. Genuinely did. So sorry, I'll do it now. Midway Bear Cub. Excellent bit of play there at the end. You really did. You read the situation right. You might have been listening to me on stream screaming, but even if you didn't, excellent game. Well done, and thank you very much for turning all that hard work into a win. So as you can see, nothing's been spotted, at least, trying to contest us over at sea. Now the Jean-Bart he's not got a direct line of sight on me, so he should not be spotting me. Oh right, 2,000 damage. I hate that. 2,000. That's 2,000 less hit points that Jean-Bart has, or 1,800 at least. That was a bit better. 6,000 less hit points that he has. And as you can see, they are very much pushing towards B and C. And they've decided to, by the looks of it at least, completely abandon this flank and leave us over here to our own devices. So we take a stab at that Prince Eugen. We get the cap here. We look where they're going, and I decide, well, right, okay, so the smart thing here would be to push round. So we are spotted, and enemy Baltimore, almost had us broadside. Well, my God, that would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot. So Baltimore versus Baltimore, even fight, right? Yeah, it depends on who's sailing the Baltimore, really. So he does make the smart move, and he takes a shot at Tango Hotel, because Tango Hotel is presenting him with more angle, and that was Miss Yamato absolutely slapping him through the front. He does switch to HE and scores a not insignificant amount of damage on us, and we basically break all of his secondary guns. And we don't really get much in the way of a return salvo, but it's 3 against 1 there. Miss Yamato yet again absolutely leathering this poor little Baltimore. He fires at Miss Yamato trying to get some revenge. We knock out his front turret, and I believe it popped up then that Midway, the star of the show, alright, okay, he plays second fiddle, but Midway picks up the first kill. So looking again, paying attention to the map, and there's we definitely need to push here. We need to go and get their home cap, because they've pushed that A side really, really hard. And our team is struggling a little bit over there. We've already lost a DD, and we are down a cruiser to the Baltimore kill that we managed to pick up over here, and that's when the Jean-Bart decides to push. And well, we've got flanking shots at this Yamato. Oof, he is sending hate this way. We decide to start turning in just in case it's directed at us. It's not. It looks like it's directed probably at Miss Yamato. We score a little bit of damage, nothing too significant there. And yeah, Yamato is behind the island, we're going to be behind this island before the Yamato pushes out the other side, which is going to leave us with the freedom that we need to take on the Jean Bart. Now, Tango Hotel, Midway, myself and Miss Yamato, as you can see, they've really done a number on this Jean Bart. He came around pretty much full health. He took a little bit of early damage from me, but since then, you know, yeah, he is not looking too healthy at all. And unfortunately, Tango Hotel succumbs to the giant guns on the Yamato that were trained over here. And a bit of a shout out to the Yamato. It's I'm probably going to mispronounce it. It's Wajo, who is a fellow subscriber, and in this moment stream sniper, and he done pretty well. He made the right pick. A little bit cheeky taking in a legendary against tier 7s, but you know, if it works, it works. So there we go. We pick up our first kill on the Jean Bart there, 45,000 damage, and yeah, we slowly starting to even things back up. So we're down 3 cruisers and a destroyer, where we've taken down a battleship and 2 cruisers so far. So it's pretty even. If you look at the scoreboard, 507 to 511. It is holding, getting that cap, and our team is slowing the enemy team down in their attempt to cap it. And oh, there's a proper sandwich going on here. Miss Yamato jammed in between both myself and Midway. I turn in, pointing my bow in. You can see that Yamato's got his guns trained over here, which is exactly what he should be doing, because you know, where the guys making the aggressive push, they've committed to pushing through that cap, which, you know, you'd expect them to. In all fairness, at this point, you'd expect them to push the cap and go for our home base, because for all intents and purposes, they've been having a pretty easy time of it. I am getting shot at by the enemy DD, who, there he is, he's spotted. But to be honest with you, he's a Adachi. We know he was going to go undetected, and we're going to try and get rid of this, and we do successfully just finish off the other Baltimore there, and that Adachi. That Adachi's brave. There's a Wichita there. There's a Baltimore. What are you doing? But in all fairness, this Adachi's, he's going to get away with it. There he is. He's undetected. So Midway is in the Wichita, and he is going to go after and hunt down that Adachi, which is exactly what he should be doing in this situation. So 2-bit is unfortunately out of our range. Not much we can do about that. We do have a friendly battleship right back in the southwest corner. To be honest with you, I didn't pay all that much attention to the position of our teammates up until this point, but we have now sneaked ahead in the lead, and we have just capped Bravo. Sorry, is it Bravo? But the enemy have now just pushed into Delta, and we're still a ship down on the scoreboard, but we are winning on points. And I'd like to thank the enemy Azuma for making this. Enemy Mazuma? What am I on about? We're not there yet, Hive. Calm yourself down. The enemy Megami for getting himself spotted, for pushing forward. If he had just sat there in the cap, it would have been quite safe. And he gets absolutely pummeled. Absolutely wrecked. I believe that was, I'm assuming, just on the positions, that was Miss Yamato again. He does turn. Unfortunately, we didn't have our armor piercing loaded in time to finish him off. But it's Megami, it's turning broadside. You should be expecting torpedoes. If you're not expecting torpedoes, then there's something wrong. But we have managed to keep them off the D flag, which Captain B, sorry, yeah, Captain B, pushing in on D like this has made a big impact, because we are behind on ships. We're still one behind on ships, but we are maintaining a healthy-ish 100 points lead, and Miss Yamato goes down, and it's just myself from the division. We have Midway Bear Club, sorry, I always say Midway Bear Club. It's Cub, Midway Bear Cub. Apologies to that little dude. Right, and yeah, so it's just me, Midway, and that battleship who's moved forward but hugging the map border, and something happens here which I can kind of I can understand why the Tirpitz hasn't pushed or made any plays, but also he kind of gets me killed. He does. So there we go. Azuma, this is what I was doing. Thank you, Azuma. He sits out broadside. I get 3 defend ribbons in a single salvo. Granted, it's not the greatest salvo ever. We change our aim a little bit, and there we go, 2 citadels, and he's just gonna essentially let me farm damage on him. He does start moving forward a little bit, but he's still sailing broadside, and another citadel. So this is why I think, oh yeah, get aggressive, and shit, Megami's back. Right, okay, Megami come around the corner sideways, expect torpedoes, so we turn in sharp. And in all fairness, you'd think it was a stupid move by this Megami, but he does actually get me killed. I had to speed up and accelerate to avoid his torpedoes, or what I expected to be his torpedoes, and boom, Wajo absolutely slams me as he's sitting there in the Yamato. But look where our Tirpitz is, and he's not firing on the Yamato. You'd think he'd be engaged with the Yamato. The Yamato wouldn't be looking at me and wouldn't be able to delete me like he did, but he did, because island map border hugging Tirpitzes are really, really good for your team, and helping keep your team alive. So we are still in the same situation though. It is 1 ship down, but we do have a healthy lead, and I am absolutely screaming at Midway, going, look, there's 2 minutes left. Like, we don't try and win harder. Which is, it's all so easy to do, isn't it? It is all so easy to push and try and get those extra kills when, you know, just sitting back doing nothing is actually the right move. Now, he does push on this Yadachi, and in all fairness, he needed to. I think if they took this cap back, we're assuming we're going to lose the Tirpitz. They could snag this. They could win this back, but Midway pushes forward just enough to keep the DD spotted, but not enough to push out in front of the Yamato. And see, the Yamato is just sitting there. He's sitting there. He's waiting for Midway to push round, and in fact is actually charging towards Midway. But with a minute left on the clock, he's going to struggle, and unfortunately we are going to have to concede that cap to the Yadachi, because, well, there's no point in dying. If we lose Midway, that is it. This game is done. Somehow, some way, that Tirpitz is still alive when he's, you know, clearly pretty close to a Yamato. There's a DD out there, so maybe reversing into the back corner and hugging islands for the first 13 minutes of the game is actually a legitimate strategy. But yeah, thank you very much for not dying and not engaging the enemy there at the end. And as you can see, there you go. They have capped the 3 caps, but we pulled off enough of a points lead at the start to let the timer comfortably run out and get us another win. So yeah, thank you very much, Midway. Thank you to everyone who was in that battle. Miss Yamato Tango unfortunately took an early dive, but still done reasonably well. 1,000 base XP on a loss. Midway coming in second, and Miss Yamato joining me in the top 3 to take third there. So hope you enjoyed, and until next time, take care.